Alright, guys, so I've posted a lot here recently on Revelations and basically end time. So we're going to take a break from all that unless somebody has a question. And we're going to focus on some verses that I think you'll like. So, first one's going to be 1 Corinthians 7:14. I'm reading from the KJV version. For the unbelieving husband is sanctified by the wife, and the unbelieving wife is sanctified by the husband. Else were your children unclean, but now are they holy. What does sanctify mean? It means free from sin or to purify. So we know by reading in front of them, by even just going to church, even if they're not going to church, we're bringing faith into their life. And it's the same way as like Jesus talked about planting the seeds, right? But that's all we're doing is we're actually planting the seeds for our family and our friends. So even if they act like they don't want to hear it, even if they say, hey, you don't have to push it on them. But what you do instead is just leave a Bible down. Go to church. Read, listen to a gospel hymn. If you're doing all this, then guess what? They too are being sanctified. So they start to believe. Now how do we know this? So if we go to Romans 10:17, we know this because it says this. So then faith comes by hearing, and hearing by the word of God. So as you're talking to them, as you're listening to hymns, and just basically going to church, doing the things that God asks you to do, you are planting seeds for them. You are sanctifying them, and that way they might know God. And so that is really good to do. So if you ever have the feeling, well, hey, you know what, I don't feel like I'm reaching somebody, my husband, my wife, whoever, they don't want to go to church with me, don't stop. Keep going, because as it tells us, this actually is good for them. It helps sanctify them, helps purify them. So, everything you're doing, continue doing it. It does work, and it is good.